Good evening, my dear friends, and welcome. Welcome to our gathering where we come in the name of the one who is, the Father, Mother, God, Supreme. I invite you to come and join me this Friday night, now Saturday morning, here in a bitterly, bitterly cold, wet, stormy Cumbria. Let us just be still for a moment. Let us take a deep breath and breathe in the breath of life. Breathe in the breath of love. And just experience the stillness and the silence of this sacred moment. This sacred moment is a gift from the Beloved to your heart and mine to be still and to listen to the inner voice of God, the inner voice of Allah, Jehovah, Yahweh, names for the same God. Now, if you have a candle, I would love you to light your candle with mine, and together we lift this light as a vortex of light for the whole family of God. We light this light in the name of our beloved Father, Mother, God Supreme, who creates life, in the name of the risen cosmic Christ, who loves life, in the name of the Spirit, who is the fire of life, in the name of Gaia, our beloved Earth Mother, for she nurtures the divine in all of creation, in all life, and in the name of all faith traditions or none, they too are the children of the one true loving supreme God, and that makes them your and my brothers and sisters, members of the mystical body, of the mystical heart of the supreme God. And in the name of spiritual diversity, I, Brother Sean, welcome you on behalf of all my brothers and sisters of the Teo community of Interfaith Franciscans. Be still, my friends, and come into the presence of God, the presence of love. Be still. Be still now, and just be aware of a light shining around you, the light of selfless love, the light of the Supreme. Be still. I wish my brothers and sisters in Ireland, a blessed feast day today. It is the feast of Saint Bridget of Kildare. And for those who know little about this amazing woman, this amazing spiritual Celt, let me share with you just a few lines. Saint Bridget of Kildare, also known as Bridget of Ireland, is one of Ireland's patron saints, along with Patrick and Columba. So why should I mention them today? Because as an interfaith Franciscan, we also embrace Celtic spirituality. Her name is also variously spelled as Bridget, 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 Brid, and Bride, and she is sometimes known as Mary of the Gale. And Irish hagiography makes her an early Irish Christian nun, an abbess, and founder of several monasteries of nuns, including that of Kildare in Ireland, which was considered legendary and was highly revered. Her feast day is the 1st of February, formally celebrated as the Imbolc, quarter day of the pagan Irish year, which marked the beginning of spring and lambing. Bridget may have been born in Dundalk, County Louth, a place I love and know so well. Because of the legendary quality of the earliest accounts of her life, there is much debate among many secular scholars and even faithful Christians as to the authenticity of her biographies. According to her biographers, her parents were Dubnach, a pagan chieftain of Leinster, and Brocha, a Christian Pict and slave who had been baptized by St. Patrick. Some accounts of her life suggest that Bridget's father was in fact from Lusitania, kidnapped by Irish pirates and brought to Ireland to work as a slave in much the same way as St. Patrick. Many stories also detail Bridget's and her mother's statuesses as pieces of property belonging to Dobach, and the resulting impact on important parts of Bridget's life story. The Vita outlined Bridget's early life. It says that Bridget's mother was a slave, and Bridget herself was born into slavery to a druid. From the start, it is clear that Bridget is holy. Before a name had been given to the infant, Dobnach dreams of 3 clerics baptizing her. One of the clerics told her father, "Let Bridget be your name for the girl." And when the druid tries to feed her, she vomits because he is impure. Dobnach recognizes his impurity and finds a white cow with red ears to sustain her instead. As she grows older, Bridget performs many miracles, including healing and feeding the poor. Saint Bridget is celebrated for her generosity to the poor. And according to one tale, as a child, she once gave away her mother's entire store of butter. The butter was then replenished in answer to Bridget's prayer. Bridget, to the Irish people, is one beautiful woman of grace. She's an example of surrendering her heart to a loving goddess, and she respected the divine in everything that lived, that moved, and that breathed. So let us today celebrate the feast of St. Bridget of Ireland, a Celt, a Druid, and a woman of vision, a woman who, like you and me, experienced much turmoil, but the one thing she never lost was her belief in a loving God. And that surely must be encouraging for you as it is for me. So let us celebrate our own divinity. Remember, your footprints are sacred. Your footprints, wherever you walk, from your sanctuary of love, where you embrace the divine, whoever your God is, the moment you leave your inner sanctuary, that place where you pray, where you listen to your heart, and where you meditate, you are bringing the love of the God Goddess into the world. You may not be aware of it, but your footprints become sacred footprints, and you're bringing light, positivity, and joy to the oppressed children of God. Does that say anything to your heart? Let's be still now. Let us just reflect for a moment on these words I share with you from the Cosmic Christ. Excuse me. You'll have heard these words many times from me over the last 3 years on live stream, but I'm guided to share them again. I offer a loving hand as together we travel on paths unknown. Come, walk with me, for we are guided by miracles as yet unrealized. Therefore do not fear. I offer a loving heart that will surely touch your deepest being. In this truth, feel secure, and come, walk with me. I offer a loving soul that merges with yours. Shadows will disperse. We stand as one in courage and compassion. So come, walk with me. The words from the Cosmic Christ to your heart. What are they saying to you? Come walk with me. Come walk with me is an invitation by God, the Supreme, Allah, Jehovah, Yahweh, the God of the ancients, the God of Bridget, the God of Martin Luther King, the God of the Prophet Muhammad, the God of Gandhi, Buddha, Vishnu, Ganesh, Krishna. Your God, our God. But let me share this with you from the beautiful book Entering the Castle. These days many people, no doubt you, are being called into a deeper experience of God in many ways. That is what a mystic is. Someone who wants to engage in direct dialogue with God. Isn't that beautiful? So someone like you and me, who is called into a deeper experience of God in many ways, that is what a mystic is. Someone who wants to engage in direct dialogue with their God. And that desire ignites a flame within that burns for the rest of your life. Isn't that beautiful? And it lights your way to nirvana, to your truth, to that great inner sanctum in the eternal city the Christian calls heaven. But for me, heaven is on earth. The moment you surrender your heart to God and come into your holy place, like here in Livestream, your prayer room, your garden, where you sit and open your heart to God, to Allah, Jehovah. The moment you surrender your heart and invite and invoke the Anointed One, the Holy One, you are the mystic in training. The flame has been lit and the divine is within you. Please reflect on those words. Great fire can follow a small spark, wrote Dante. Perhaps you feel a mysterious stirring deep within you, a restlessness or anticipation that you don't understand. Perhaps you have a sense that you need to get in harmony with an unseen order. It could be the beginnings of your mystical birth. For some people, a soul calling reveals itself in an instant, as it did for me in April 1966, when I went to watch The Nun's Story with my girlfriend in Dublin, in a place called Rathmines. And the moment I seen Audrey Hepburn, the nun, in the missions, reaching out to the impoverished, a spark was lit. I don't know where it came from, but it lit my heart, and instantly I was made aware that marriage wasn't for me, but to go to a foreign land and dedicate my life to God as a missionary. That was the Friday. On the Sunday, I picked up a paper from the church where I was going as a young boy in Crumlin, St. Agnes's. There was a thing there in the paper, the Sunday paper, about this order of nursing monks. I'd never seen it before. I bought the paper every week. I wrote off. I got a reply in 7 days, and in a matter of 6 weeks, I was in on the 6th of June, 66. You see how God works. Once that fire of love is ignited, nothing can put it out but you. You can say yes to love or no. And you're here tonight with me because together something has been ignited within us. It is the love of a Father, Mother, God who loves us, who wishes to walk with us, who wishes to guide us, to protect us, to embrace us, to touch us, and empower us to surrender to love, to surrender to joy and peace, not fear. So let us relax now. Let us relax in the presence of God, the presence of the Goddess, the presence of love. Let us take a deep breath. And as we close our eyes, let us visualize that new moon And as we stand in our sacred garden, we sense the rays of Sister Moon sharing her light. And suddenly our heart has been reawakened, and all around us we sense the presence of God and the Goddess. And as we stand on the sacred earth, we also sense the energies of the landscape and our Mother Earth. That same energy that reawakened Martin Luther King to say, "I have a dream." It was God's dream. To our brother Gandhi, who too had a dream to embrace the poor and set God's people free. To the Lord Buddha, to show people there's a simpler way. To Paramahansa Yogananda, to the Prophet Muhammad, to Saint Francis and Clare of Assisi, to Therese of Lisieux, to Bernadette Subaru, to the great Teresa of Avila, to Mia Baba, to Osho and Rumi. Hello, and now to you. Feel the love. Feel the love and the strength of Sister Moon as she reawakens your heart to embrace the divine within your soul, your higher self. To stand in the presence of love. And with every in-breath that you breathe, breathe in the love of the cosmic Christ and the divine feminine. And feel that love pouring down from your crown chakra at the top of your head, right down, passing your third eye, wiping it clean so now you can see the Christ. Coming to your throat chakra, it's cleansing and strengthening your throat chakra, allowing you to speak your truth in love and set yourself free from those who wish to control you. And as you breathe in again, you are breathing in the love and the light of the cosmic Christ. And it's now passing your thymus chakra between the throat and the heart, the window to the angelic realm, and now in your heart. Feel the love of your God, bathing your weary, aching heart, a heart that has been crushed so many times by sadness, loss, rejection, fear, loneliness, isolation, human frailty and weakness, depression maybe chronic pain. Just stay with your heart. And now visualize from the rays of Sister Moon there is a shadow. No, there are two shadows coming towards you in your sacred oasis. It is the cosmic Christ, and it is Magdalena, the divine feminine, the Pistis Sophia with the Christ. They take your hand and you form a circle, and suddenly you are skipping and dancing under Sister Moon, and the light of the divine is shining on you, a light that is empowering you. Take back your power. Reclaim your divinity as a child of God, a child of love, a co-creator of God. And feel the love in your feet coming up your legs, your pelvis, your lower abdomen, and right up to your heart. There's a quickness and a lightness in your step, hence jumping for joy. You have found your peace. Be still in that peace and embrace all that you are as a child of God. And now, just experience the healing touch of a loving God who cares for you. And now I would like to bring the cosmic Christ to you, for him to bless you. I bring to you the beloved of God. I bring to you the anointed one, the Holy One. I bring to you the physician of our soul, the cosmic Christ in the Blessed Sacrament. I ask him to touch you, dear Nathan, and lay his healing hand on your heart and heal you. On our dear sister Jen and Robert and Carolina, that you will experience now the healing touch of selfless love for you, child of God. For dear Sheila in Dublin, experience now the healing touch of the Christ as he touches you and your brother Michael and allows you to experience that beautiful selfless love. And to dear Abla and her family in Cairo, we ask the cosmic Christ and the divine feminine to really touch all of you and fill you with the peace of God. To all gathered here, not logged in, may the cosmic Christ bless you. May the cosmic Christ touch you and fill you with the peace, the love and joy of the cosmic Christ. Be still now in the presence of your God. Be still and know that you are loved and that nothing matters, only your love. And you were called by name. You were called by name to surrender your heart to love and to walk this sacred earth as a vortex of love, and allowing that vortex of love within you to draw the wounded hearts to you, so that you can bless them and pray for them and release the love of God within your being into their heart. Just sit now and embrace the mystery that you are a co-creator of God, that you are a child of God, that you are loved, dearly loved. Be still now and embrace all that you are.